Hey, oh gosh, whew. Surprised me. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Dr. Cush. We are, like we said in the State of the Bar address, behind all the blubbering and poem reading, what did we decide? We decided we're going to talk about technique. We're going to get into technique. So, okay, what can Dr. Cush bring to you that many other Tiki freakies, Tiki weirdos, Tiki perverts, what can Dr. Cush bring to you? Well, I have an idea. For a long time, Dr. Cush ran a bar called the Queensberry, and in the Queensberry, we had a state-of-the-art way of pre-batching cocktails. Hey, great. Who ran that? I did. So we are going to, we have an event coming up, an event that is being called currently, the theme of it is the unknowable universe. What does that mean? I don't know. But I've been asked to create a cocktail for it. We're going to be making a version of the Saturn for that. It's in the universe. Technically, everything is in the universe, so anything works here, but we're making a version of the Saturn for it. And when we are making large format cocktails, what do we need? We need large format syrups. So we're gonna get into a large format syrup here on Thursday. We're gonna get into carbonating, and then on Saturday, we're gonna put the whole thing together moments before the event actually happens. So that's how the week looks. This is technique that we're getting into, and hopefully we do it for more than 1 week, but I have this first week planned out. Watch these, watch the introduction, and we'll be right back to start our passion fruit large format syrup. Bye. For now. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, before we get too deep into it, let me say hello to the people. We got some fun people in here today. We always have fun people, but we have some people that we don't always see. This is not one of them. This is Tiki Court. Tiki Court is addicted. She needs the juice. We love having her. So it's good to see you, Tiki Court. We're putting together a Tiki Court specific video coming up soon. Tiki Court made us some amazing buttons. We had a small ceremony to hand out the buttons. Tiki Court's specific video coming out soon. Opie the dog. My goodness, Opie the dog. Opie the dog shows up sometimes, but mostly shows up in comments on the video. So Opie the dog, thank you for commenting and watching the, as he says, the VODs, the video on demand. These go right up after we're done with them. So if you can't catch them when you catch them, do catch them a little bit later. But do what Opie the dog does. Comment. Tiki Bonbon is here, winner of the 2020. Oh, Tiki Bonbon is here, winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby. Always a pleasure to see our good friend Bonbon. I was reading and trying to talk. I can't do it. I should read and talk and then read and talk. Shawnee P. Good evening to Shawnee P. Anybody else have trouble getting into the live chat? Told me I wasn't subscribed. I have a contact at YouTube. It's youtube@gmail.com. I just write them. They never write back. But I will see if I can figure out what's going on there. I did hear moments ago that you're not the only one. Motu Jen also unsubscribed to my show and couldn't get into the chat for some reason. I know that Motu Jen is subscribed, so I also know Tiki Tom is. Roger G in the place to be. Good to see you, Roger G. Richie the Whiff. Dang, I don't even have the ice cube tray. We're using all big cubes tonight. Sorry, Richie the Whiff. It's good to see you though, buddy. For those of you who don't know who Richie the Whiff is, if you've ever heard me refer to anything as a whiffin cube, they look like a freezer ice cubes that are like half moony, named after Richie the Whiffin cubes. Trying to get that to catch on. Hasn't caught on yet, but we're trying real hard. Amy Beer, hello to you. Good to have you here, Amy Beer. Fell out of the YouTube habit for a bit. Good. You can always tune in here, but other than that, less screen time, always better for everybody. Tiki G Doug. Tiki G Doug. Doug G Tiki. Let me do that again. Doug G Tiki. Good to see you. Matt Piers. Matt Piers, you're right on time. Good to see you. Hey, over here on Instagram. I have Non-Touchable. If you guys don't follow Non-Touchable over on Instagram, I highly recommend you do that and follow Shawnee P. Two great people to follow on Instagram. Non-Touchable is an ice maven. Somebody that knows a lot about ice. He and I have connected many times on ice, and it is very interesting what he's up to. Follow him. Non-Touchable. Look, our cocktail guy is here. Frankie in the place. Good to see you, Frank. My goodness. How many more of these do we have? Oh, here's Non-Touchable. Non-Touchable's over here, too. It's all over the place. Captain Jack and Coke. Good to see you, Captain Jack. BGB the Bun. My goodness. Kyle's Lawyer is here. That's okay. I was really excited about a lot of them. This one, a medium on. Okay. So we're going to put a new mind frame to what we are doing here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I no longer want to just be a recipe book here, right? So I'm going to start looking at drinks in a different way when I start to teach them. Start to look at them the way that I used to do them when I was putting them on menus, which techniques are the most interesting, which are the ones that will there's a theory called the purple cow. Never seen the purple cow before. I want people, as they're clicking through the old YouTubes, the old Instagrams, I want them to say, "Oh, purple cow." Huh? Purple cow. I got to stop and see what this purple cow's about. So we're going to start doing more technique-y things, more things that you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. So this is super simple, large format, passion fruit. We're actually going to do a kind of a mix, passion fruit, dragon fruit, mango fruit. Why is that? It's the only bag of stuff I could find. So that's more because we had to and not because we wanted to. But when we're making anything in large format, we have to worry about a few things. Obviously, price becomes a situation. If you are going to be throwing every week, you're going to be making a large format anything that has passion fruit, which is very expensive, dragon fruit, which is very expensive, mango, okay, pretty expensive. You see what we're doing? We have to find a way to get the best out of those without throwing away our money. But it also needs to not just be some cheap gloop that most of the time people hear large format punch, cocktails on tap, you think, ugh, blech, yeah, I don't want it. No. Purple Cow is an ice cream flavor, or is an ice cream float with green knee tea, with great knee tea. I don't know what great knee tea is, but I'm going to check it out. Anyway, you don't want it to be garbage either, because why even make the cocktail if it's just absolute horse pucky? We don't want that, all right? So this, in my experience, when I used to have a Saturn on tap, this was the best way to do it. I was disallowed, in fact, from buying any more passion fruits, so I had to find a new way to do it. This is the best way that I have found. If you have a better way, great, but we're talking large format. It's super simple, and that's what's easiest about it. That's what's easiest about it. I, as the head of beverage for a large bar corporation in downtown Los Angeles called Circa 93. When I was the head of that, I had 6 bars that I had to be bouncing between all the time. Not always just solving beverage issues, it turns out. Bartenders can be a little spicy. And old Dr. Cush had to sit him down and he'd say, no, stop it. That's enough. So I would have to find things that I could hand off to a barback. My barback's name at the time was Fergus. I hope Fergus is doing well. No idea what Fergus is up to. he was a big Lakers fan, so maybe he's not doing well this year. So I'd have to find things I could pass off to him. So nice and easy recipes was the best way to go for these large format things. When you get into specific lesser punches, great. Do whatever you want. You want to go bonkers using a bunch of fresh passion fruit? We did it on the show. It was great. Very expensive. This, not very expensive and super easy to do. We're going to do everything in one of these. In one of, oh gosh, I don't think it's kind of in focus. I have to refocus this camera every time I turn it on. Any camera people want to tell me how I can not do that? That'd be great. I will trade you recipes. Okay, we're going to do all of our recipeing with one of these. This is called a cup. In more ways than one, it's called a cup. This is a cup measurement. We're going to put in 1 cup of just some regular old, you can either do white sugar or cane sugar. Today we're doing white. Cane sugar also very nice. Thank you. Let me say hello to Tim. And I also think that Fergus is a great name. It was Cush and Fergus, two of the oddest names that you could have, and we hung out all the time making cocktails. Kind of living the dream. We're going to take 1 cup of white sugar. It's a little heaping. Pour it in. Simple as that. Then, this is the magic part. There are lots of ways to have passion fruit flavor. There's passion fruit juice. When you get passion fruit juice, what do they put in there? Sugar. There's passion fruit puree. Great. That's what we're using. So let's ignore that. There's also real passion fruit. Too expensive. So we're going to go in the middle. We're going to pop right over here, and we're going to grab one of these. These things are so great. There is just 100% fruit. No sugar. Total added sugars. 0 grams. 0 grams. Oh, 0 grams. Oh, let's go over here. 0 grams of added sugar. No added sugar at all to this passion fruit. Now, unfortunately, my freezer died a while ago, and then all the little pieces sort of fell apart. So we're going to take 1 cup. Trust me, they look cooler when they're in little mixing, nubules. I don't know what they are. They're nubules. They're tiny and they're nubules. But this is a little more than a cup. We're just going to drop it in here. Easy. There we go. Low carb cocktail guy. Ooh, sour. Low carb cocktail guy uses this passion fruit brand all the time. This is it's Pitaya. Pitaya. Let me give them a little shout out. Pitaya, if you guys want to work together, I love this stuff. Pitaya. They also have, and check this out. I'm just going to dump the rest of this in here. Make it really taste of passion fruit. I got to say, that is a really good endorsement right here from the low carb cocktail guy, because what does he do? I was recently told that maybe he won't be doing this anymore, but hopefully he'll be doing something else. But he does low carb cocktails. That's great. Easy peasy. Good. Okay. So we got sugar and we got this stuff. Now, obviously, I have told you in the past, when we're making syrups, it's more important to water the flavor than to flavor the water. We can't do that in these large format things. It would take forever. It wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't do us any good. So we're just going to water the flavor. We're going to flavor the water by grabbing one of these. It's a thermos. Not all that impressive. And we're going to be putting in, how much do you think? I can tell you. Oh, spilled all over the place. I can tell you how much we're going to put in here. 1 cup. Just 1 cup of regular old water. Does this work? Maybe I should be doing from here. Oh, yeah, this does work. 1 cup of regular old water. There we go. Now, recently, I have also been telling you that I have been converted. I saw the light. There I was, sitting probably on a porch somewhere, drinking a sweet tea. And the light came and hit me in the face, and it said, "You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong." 1-to-1 syrups is the way to go when you're in a bar. It's easier to it's easier to make Makes quick. It's if you're gonna be going through enough of it quickly, that's most cocktail recipes are written for 1-to-1. Awesome. But you would say, Cush, you're doing it wrong then, buddy. That's 1 part sugar to 1 part water. That's true. That's 1-to-1 syrup. However, we are putting a 3rd part into here, and that 3rd part is, of course, going to be our fruit. There is sugar and fruit. Now, it's not full on sugar, so it is going to be a little bit, probably should have started this earlier. Now it's just going to be me talking for a little while as this heats up. The extra part in here, the sugar in the puree, is going to give us our 2nd part of sugar. We're going to get better at time management at some point on this show, but for right now, we're going to start breaking stuff up. I have a hammer. Ooh. I have a hammer. I'm going to break this up as it goes. What was I saying? It doesn't matter. Probably a lot of jibber jabber. A lot of nonsense, I believe, is what I was saying. Oh, 2-to-1. We're talking 2-to-1. Fun fact, I never adapted 1-to-1 when using 2-to-1 syrups and have no regrets. Honestly, that's probably a good way to go. Probably a really good way to go. You just get a kind of a sort of a sweeter cocktail usually, but is it going to be that much sweeter? If you're using half an ounce, you're going to get less than a 1/4 ounce more sugar into a cocktail. Yeah, for some bartenders, that would throw them right off. Is the light on? Light's on. That would throw them off. But, you know, now Non-Touchable has his own cocktail. Hey, it's a little sweeter. That counts. This is the same recipe I use as mine so far. We'll use allulose instead of sugar, obviously. Listen, this is an incredibly simple thing. I'm not going to claim that I even invented this, of course. Why would I claim that? Because that would be a lie. This is just a very simple way to make an awful lot of passion fruit syrup for when you are making large format punches. This week, put this here. I guess it's not 50 best bars material, but hey, to be honest with you, Non-Touchable, I don't think that, oh, Ernie's awake. What's up, Ernie? I don't think that any home bar has ever won 50 best bars. I don't think that they have. I'd have to go back and check, but that's where we're working right now. We're working in a home bar, and home bars have different abilities, right? I disagree, and I'm not sure both of our dentists thank us. Yes, yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah, the dentists, I do believe that the dentists prefer if you have a number of a little extra sugar in there, because I've seen my dentist bill. They make money when I have cavities. All right, let's get in here. We'll just sort of see what we're doing here. This is how it goes. We're just going to heat this up until all of that sugar has dissipated. And the nice thing about the pitaya, that's how we're going to pronounce it. Pitaya, specifically the dragon fruit and the, what else they have? They have acai. They don't come in the berries. They come as pulp. They come as sort of already pre-masticated, frozen little nubules. It's the best possible word I can come up for it. Okay. Let me tell you about the rest of what we are doing for this week. So the theme that I was given was unknowable universe. Unknowable universe. So I didn't think too far outside of the box. I said, what do I know that I can put as a large format cocktail? It's a simple cocktail to build. What do I know that is in the universe? Hashtag nubules. Yes, hashtag nubules. Hopefully that starts trending. Okay, what did I say? I said it is a Saturn. Great, simple. Okay, the best way that I know how to serve a Saturn that is in a large format is going to be in one of my Cornelius kegs. In the Cornelius Keg, in order to use a Cornelius Keg, you need to have some carbon dioxide, because it's got to push it through a number of different pipes. We'll talk about the Cornelius Keg on Saturday when we're actually making the cocktail. But for right now, it's not that important to talk about the Cornelius Keg. For the rest of the week, we are going to be on Thursday. We're going to be doing a test carbonation. We're also going to be making, I know we've done this before, but we're going to do it again because the bar looks so much nicer than it did. It sounds so much better. The microphone just sounds better than it used to. So we're going to be doing our orgeat on Thursday, and we're also going to be taking then all of the ingredients, and we're going to be doing a small version of a carbonated cocktail. Why do we have to do that before we put it into the large carbonated cocktail Cornelius Keg? Because carbon, CO2, adds, and I think Richie the Whiff will be proud of me, because I think Richie the Whiff was the one that told me about this stuff. I didn't know about it. I just knew that carbon dioxide adds a flavor to it. It's called carbonic acid, and it starts to affect how a cocktail goes. Now, off the top of my head, I can tell you exactly how a Saturn's made. It's one of those cocktails that I just happen to know. It's 1.25 up to 1.5 ounces of gin. It is half an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of passion fruit syrup. It is a quarter falernum, a quarter of orgeat. This, though, is where we can start to lose ourselves if we don't adjust for carbonic acid. Lemon is going to take on that carbonation, that carbonic acid, and it is going to become more bitter. So we have to do a test run. I will show you exactly on Thursday how to test run a version of the carbonic acid in the lemon. It's very simple. It takes a 2 liter of soda water, and it takes something to carbonate that 2 liter of soda water with. Are we going to do homemade falernum? I was afraid somebody was going to ask that. No, we're not. No, the homemade falernum, especially for these large format cocktails, it's so much simpler to get our John D. Taylor Velvet Falernum. We only need 3 we're making this for 50 people. 50 people. We're making it for less than 50 people. We're making 50 servings is what we're doing. So I figured it out. At the ratio that I have, I'm going to need 1,800 milliliters of gin. I'm going to need 750 milliliters of the lemon juice, 750 milliliters of the passion fruit syrup, which is what we're making right now. I don't know if we'll have enough. We might have to make a little bit more. We'll also be doing 375 milliliters of our falernum and 750 milliliters of orgeat. That goes right into the keg, plus 1,750 milliliters, like a handle, 1,750 milliliters of water, because I want them to be able to pull this cocktail straight from it, and we're going to be adding our water straight to it. Okay, this is looking extra nice. Everything has sort of fallen into itself. There aren't any chunkules. All of the nubules. This is the life. They'll give you the life cycle of a nubule. Starts as a nubule, right? It comes in a nubule. It's frozen. You throw the nubules in here. As the nubules begin to melt, they become something that I refer to as chunkules. Nubules are larger than chunkules. Chunkules are like little bits of, there's like little chunky bits. Here, I'll show. Let me see if I can get a good example of a chunkule. There we go. Okay, I got a chunkule right here. Let's see if we can bring in the chunkule cam. Oh, not that one. This one. See that little guy? That's a chunkule. There are a few little chunkules floating in here. That's fine. We don't mind a little bit of chunkule in this. It does make sure that it does have that flavor, and I'm not sure we're going to depulpify the chunkules. That's great. Okay. Now, let's give this a review, shall we? The review on this is no. It is not better than the way that we make, I don't know if you guys remember a little while ago, there's a short of it recently. We made a version of passion fruit syrup where we took actual scooped out passion fruits and we added sugar to them. That created our oleosaccharum. It started to just, it wasn't oleosaccharum, it was a juice saccharum, but it was masticated. We masticated all of that pulp with the sugar, broke down everything, and we were able to get a really flavorful sugar syrup that we were then able to add water to if we wanted to have a little bit more of the water. But this is not that, all right? But because we're making this as such a large format, it's important. It's important that we have all the materials. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. We're going to transfer this. How much time do we have? Do we have a lot of time or not a lot of time? Not a lot of time. Okay, not a lot of time. So we're going to transfer this into this right there. Is this something interesting that I should be putting right here? There we go. We'll just put it right here. We're going to put this right in here. Oh, what an amount. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. What have I done? We'll just make it over here. I'm going to push this to the front, and we will unplug that. There we go. Push that to the front. I do want to taste what this tastes like in a cocktail, so that I know whether or not the passion fruit is coming through. Excuse me. Wait. Cush, you got a time limit set on your stream, or what was that? Yeah. To be fair, non-touchable, no, I don't have a timeline on the stream, but I do at least try to keep them in like the 30 to 45 minute things on Thursday and Friday. Friday, on Tuesday, Thursday. Otherwise, you guys don't know, when are we going to start cooking dinner? What's the hold up, Cush? You're talking too much. Okay, we're going to be making now just an incredibly, yes, thank you, Mo2Gen. We're going to be making an incredibly simple cocktail with this, the simplest possibly of all the cocktails. We're going to be just making a passion fruit daiquiri to see how this will taste. So equal parts to everything except for the rum. 3/4, 3/4, 2. That's a very simple version of a cocktail. This is passion fruit syrup. So 3/4 of an ounce of our freshly made passion fruit syrup. Ow! Oh, hot! Forgot about that. It's very hot. Not recommended to make these things immediately after they're done. But listen, this is real time, baby. This is live action. 3/4 of an ounce of some lime juice. There we go, 3/4 of an ounce right there. And because we are trying to get rid of things in the bar right now, we're going to do a whole bar reset here soon. We're going to find one of these. This, thank you, Kyle. That's hilarious. Yeah, workers' comp, exactly. When do I get workers' comp? What's up, Cocktail Lulu? I don't think I saw you earlier. Good to see you. We're going to be using one of these. This was a gift from our good friend, the Low Carb Cocktail guy, from Frank. This is Porch Jam Distillery. This is the 2020 harvest. This is a type of agricole rum. Very excited about it. I think I really like this one. So we're going to be putting this into our daiquiri. And normally 2 ounces. We're going to be putting 1.5 ounces of this stuff in here. First of all, because I want more of it later. And also because I really want to see how much of that passion fruit is coming through. Whether or not we need to up the passion fruit or whether we need to bring down the passion fruit as it goes. The reason we were a little late starting today is because I was making my beautiful ice cubes. Fling! Ooh! Wow! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Oh my goodness! Wow! Wow! Oh, sorry. Wow! Ooh! Goodness gracious! Drop this in here. Give this a shake. Thank you, Low Carb Cocktail guy. It is pretty ice. I thought it was pretty nice. Yes, thank you, non-touchable. That's a, oh, Bonbon's gonna fly to New York. Love it. Nice. Give this a shake. Obviously, this is a little warm in here, so we do want to shake this for a little bit longer. Yes, this will be a waterier cocktail because our ingredients are warm, or one of them were, when we put it in here. But we're going to make it work anyway. Do our cool bartender thing where all the things drip. Drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. All right. And we will serve this up and in pre-chilled glass. Move this so we get a nice shot of the thing. There we go. Maybe adjust this so that it doesn't look like it's tilting over. Huh? Not gonna help. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll drop this right into there. Ooh, that's what we like to see. You're gonna want to see this. We got a nice little foam here on top. That is from using real live passion fruit. The pulp, at least, there is going to be the same way that there's a little bit of protein in things like pineapple and the rest of it. We're going to get a beautiful two-tone color. Look at that. Look at that. That's, whew, that's the way to do it. We love, yes, we love the color. We love the two-tone. Two-toned cocktails are always, it's like every time I'm behind a bar and I shake a cocktail, people stop what they're doing. They want to see people shake. When you hand them something and it is two-toned, they love it. Fresh ingredients. That's why we don't use, and no offense to these people, we don't use Torani passion fruit syrup. We don't, why did I call them out by name? We don't use pre-made passion fruit syrups. We make our own because that's how we get the double tone. It's lovely. Okay, let's see how we did. What we're looking for in this is passion fruits. We want to see how much that passion fruit is going to be working with the grassier rum. We will be using this with gin on Saturday. Excellent. Really, really good. Passion fruit is nice. What the passion fruit is not doing, the passion fruit is not over sweetening this. When we are going to be making this later on Saturday, we're going to be using two different sweeteners, orgeat and falernum. So if we have an overly sweet passion fruit, we're in some trouble, right? This brings out a lot of the rum. It works well with the lime. It will also work well with the lemon. So very nice. Let me say hello to Avery. Avery, turns out, allowed behind the bar. So good to see you, Avery. Same thing. Once Tiki Bonbon won the Cush Derby, she's always allowed behind the bar. But I'll go. When is this show getting a taste of vision? Ooh. How do we do that? Are we even working on that? Trying to get to Mars still, huh? I think we should give up Mars. Just let Mars be. Quit poking Mars. Let's get Taste-O-Vision going. Yes. I believe, one second. Kyle, a lawyer, as an early adapter of it's Kyle's lawyer. As an early adapter of VR headset years ago, believe me, I will grab Taste-O-Vision as soon as it's around. Yeah, I think it's time to get that going. Keith, also allowed behind the bar, and Keith does the music for the show. We just, how do I just go here? One second. I can play the music. Under music, and then I think I just push play. Oh, like this. Keith's smooth jams. Okay. All right, I think we did it. I think we've done it. Super simple. That looks ridiculous. Super simple way to make a large format passion fruit syrup. Is it the best passion fruit syrup of all time? No, but It's super simple, and it works out in large format cocktails. That's what we have ahead of us. We're doing a couple more large format cocktails to begin the year. And we're going to be showing you a number of techniques in order to get those done. That's what I got for you. I think we did. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, Jen, a little dance. We'll do a little dance. Turn it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's what I got. Chatham punch. That is a good punch. That is a good punch. Okay, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for showing up to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. We'll be back here on Thursday to talk about two things. Two things on Thursday. We're going to be making a very quick version of a large format orgeat. Yes, it's my exact same orgeat that I've always made. Oh, can you quickly call out what ingredients you use to make the daiquiri, or to make the thing? To make the syrup, very simple. All equal parts. You can make it as big or small as you want. That's what's great about this particular version. It's going to be 1 cup, or just let's do parts. 1 part of the pitaya passion fruit snack-sized pieces. We want the pieces. Pieces are much easier to work with. All they are is masticated, or I guess chopped up and put back together nubules of passion fruit. Then 1 part sugar, 1 part water. Heat that up until all of the stuff has integrated, so you don't have anything sort of sitting on the bottom of your pan. That's it. Very simple. Make as much or as little as you would like. Get a good cocktail out of it, and that's that. Other than that, it's just a daiquiri. Cool. So yes, Thursday we're doing orgeat. It's my orgeat recipe. Super simple, but super easy to make. Very big or very small. And then we're going to be talking about carbonation and how carbonation will affect a cocktail. I've never, I've only ever nitrogenized the Saturn. So now we have to carbonize it. Nitronic acid. I don't know. That doesn't affect the flavor as much as carbon does. So we got to figure out what the carbonation is going to do to this. That's what I got for you guys. That's what I got for you guys. Until Thursday, what do we always say? Oh, the things I don't even have my phone anywhere near me. I run the soundboard off my phone. So what do we always say? Are you Dr. Jinga Jenga? That's all I am. A regular human bartender. And this is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona. And maybe, anyway, I started blasting. But most importantly, we say bye-bye. Until next time, guys, bye-bye.